Oh my God. Hello, everyone. It's Brian. Oh my God. The other day, I was revisiting my pronouns after taking a quiz on BuzzFeed. And later on, I was looking at some photos on Pinterest of Zac Efron and his skincare routine while looking at some interior design. Also, I was listening to some Bangtan Sonyeongdang, Park Jimin, John Cook.
Okay, it's me. Justice, please don't leave. I just needed to scare off those people, okay? I have a lot to say about this film right now, and I don't need them hearing it because I don't feel like dealing with their bitching and whining, okay? I'm gonna speak regular. All right, don't be scared.
So the Barbie movie, right? This is such a strange case to me, as I have a lot to say here, and it's going to be all over the place. First of all, I will never forget the first time I saw the announcement trailer for this film. I was on that side of the internet, if you catch my drift, and you know, that side of the internet does what that side of the internet does best. They see something that is not catered towards them and they shit on it. So I was watching the trailer and I was intrigued automatically, and then my joy was quickly stripped away as I remembered what portion of the internet I was on, and I instantly looked at the comments and saw, what the fuck is this? Oh my God, look at this feminist ass movie. Why do they keep doing this propaganda in America? Oh my God, I can't stand this. Look at this LGBTQ ass movie. Girl, I'm gonna be honest. I was used to it. Like, I knew it was coming, so when I saw it, I wasn't surprised whatsoever. But then something strange happened. A day passed in silence. No hate, just silence. And then the next time I heard of the Barbie film, it was 100% love. And I have no clue what the hell has transpired, because I know what the internet is supposed to like and hate just based off of who's cast, who's the protagonist, and what the main message of the story is. And everything about this film is set up for the internet to hate it. And I saw it firsthand when the initial trailer for this film dropped. I saw the hate, and then it was silence in absolute love. And I've not seen a single person talk about this phenomena, and I feel like I'm being gaslit by the internet of everybody talking about how lovely this movie is or how this is going to be the best thing ever. And I'm just sat here, I'm so like, what? You motherfuckers were shitting on it. Like, this is like, everything about this film is classic. Internet should be up in arms saying that the world is ending, that the feminists are taking over, that what else do people say? Oh, that this film is Hollywood's agenda to ruin America. Whatever the fuck they always say about anything that isn't for them. You know what I mean? And I saw that. Again, I saw that firsthand. But then there was nothing. In the next minute, absolute love. And I'm going to talk more about that later on, because I have a whole, like, not even theory, not even rant, because I'm not angry about it. I'm just flabbergasted. And I need to know what has happened. And did anybody else notice this besides me? Because nobody's talking about it. So out of all the films of this year in particular that I've been excited for, it would have to be The Little Mermaid and this film, Barbie. And it is just because recent discoveries with myself, I just love seeing femininity embraced. I just love to see people just be themselves and not have to worry about being treated like the scum of the earth just because they look different, act different, or they seem a bit off. And I'd be lying if I said the internet's aura around this film did not play a part in me also becoming even more excited for the release of this film. I mean, the last time I was excited for a movie, it was Spider-Man No Way Home. I mean, I don't even know if I want to link that video, but if I do, I do. I mean, I literally cried on the drive to watching that movie. I cried before the previews for the trailer started. I cried all throughout the duration of that film. I cried the movie was 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm talking about Spider-Man here. The movie was 2 hours and 30 something minutes. I cried before the movie started, while the movie was going. As it ended, I woke up the next day with a massive migraine. That was the last time I was excited for a film. This film right here, I've been excited for it, and I don't even know why I was excited for it. It's just, maybe it's just me. And before I really get into my whole entire thoughts of this movie here, I would like you to know that I don't watch television. I'm not a very avid movie person. I'm not up to date with social media and trends and stuff like that. So I'm going to say a lot of things that you might gasp and go, whoa, you don't know that? No, I'm going to be honest, I don't. I did a whole entire review about The Little Mermaid, and I kept calling Halle Bailey, Halle Bailey, because I didn't know how to pronounce her name. Listen, I don't know a lot of things. And so please just understand that I'm coming at this from as much as I post on the internet, I don't scroll and I don't know modern day pop culture. Please let me breathe. So I remember watching the initial trailer, and I don't remember how long it's been. It might have been a year or maybe 6 months or something since it first came out. And I wasn't sure what the tone of the film was supposed to be. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a musical, if it was supposed to be a comedy. Was it a kid's film, a family film? Or was it supposed to be some sort of I'm going to be honest. At first, I thought it was supposed to be some sort of raunchy type of kids film. Well, I shouldn't say kids film, but family film that you can watch with the family, but also... I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I thought it was supposed to be like Mean Girls. I thought it was supposed to be like Mean Girls. Yo, I was so wrong. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Before I get into the... Whoa, that voice crack was crazy. Before I get into the film, let me just say this. Yes, I will be spoiling a lot. Absolutely. If you have not seen the film, please go see it. I think it's absolutely lovely. Lovely message. It's a message that... let me get to that later. But yes, there will be spoilers in this video. So I start watching the film, and it's a family film. It is a proper family film. And a family comedy, if you will. But it also had some really... Oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional. Fucking hell, I'm 8 minutes into this recording. It also had some really, deep moments. Deeper than what I thought I would actually feel for a film about a plastic doll. And I think those types of films are very lovely to have. I mean, films that are... I don't want to say double entendre, but films that are multifaceted in nature. They can be enjoyed by younger people for the simplicity, but they can also be enjoyed by an older audience for a deeper message behind the simplicity. I mean, you have a perfect family film for younger people to watch, but you also have a message for older people and younger people to take away from as well. Oh God, I'm getting... Oh God. Okay, should I? I don't have a script for this. I don't have bullet points. I'll say it like this. Fuck, this might be too deep for the video. So lots of movies, especially ones that cater towards, I would say, a teen audience and younger, have this message of be yourself. And that is definitely the message that's here in this film. And it might have to do with, because this movie has a feminine layer to it. Essentially what I'm trying to say is that I might be biased in why I like this film much more than other be yourself films. And it's because at the end of the day, there wasn't a real villain of this film. There was definitely conflict, but at the end of the day, there wasn't a this force is evil and that force is this force. It wasn't this force is evil and that force is good. How should I say? There's the conflict that was on paper, but I feel like the overall conflict of the film was people who straight up did not know who they were in life. And instead of finding out their own purpose for themselves, they wanted other people to fulfill that purpose for them. They wanted to find purpose in themselves through others instead of having that purpose be found within. And depending on other people to tell you who you are, fucking hell, girl, it's 12 minutes. Fuck, can I hold off? Jeez, you know, I'm crying a lot in these videos, aren't I? I keep telling myself after I do so, that's going to be the last time, but it just keeps coming up. You know, I never actually cry in real life. It's only when I record these fucking videos do I cry, and it pisses me off every single time. But anyway, I'm not stopping the recording. We're carrying on, okay? You know, depending on other people to tell you who you are as a person is a lose-lose scenario. Because I'm sure most people can tell you they don't even know who they are their damn selves. Hell, I barely even knew who the hell I was a few months ago. I still probably don't, which is a scary thought, but that's life. And I sure as hell will never allow other people to tell me who I am again. Damn, am I about to talk about this? About a movie about a plastic doll? This is insane. I mean, you know, as a person who is trans and also queer, you know, I mean, growing up, I hated those things. I was very openly homophobic, transphobic, all that shit. And it's like, how, when I think about that, it's almost comical. It's like, how the hell are you something, but you hate yourself? You hate your own people. It's like, first of all, I didn't even know I was those people. I barely even knew who I was myself. I only hated those people because I was taught to hate those people. I was taught the buzzwords. I was taught that those people are evil. I didn't realize I was those people. When you let other people define who you are, they'll only tell you the cliff notes. And depending on their outlook on who those people are, it's more than likely going to be negative. And I was thinking about, excuse me, y'all know I am terrible with names. I called that girl Haley for 26 minutes and 47 seconds. Listen, I am terrible with names. But the little girl who was the daughter of homegirl from Ugly Betty. Oh my gosh, I might be dating myself here with that. I believe her name is America something. But that little girl, when she started busting out when she started busting out Gen Z talk, when she hit Barbie with the, do you know the socioeconomic political downturn of the capitalist society that we Listen, when she started hitting Barbie with that stuff, talking about how Barbie is terrible for the youth and that, I was just all like, girl. Like, listen, I'm sure what she said probably had some merit to it. I don't even disagree fully with what she said. I didn't even disagree with what she said as a whole. But I always feel like there are not even just two sides to an argument. because even just two sides just really puts the world into a way too much of a binary state. And I feel like there are 365 degrees of a story. Yet what that little girl was experiencing is what I feel like a lot of people probably experienced. What a lot of people who are probably still young now are experiencing as we speak. Listen, I'm not trying to discredit young folk. I'm not trying to do all that, but I'm gonna be honest. Let's be honest here. The young girl probably saw that headline on some sort of TikTok. She probably read that in somebody's tweet. She probably saw a BuzzFeed article saying that shit and didn't do any research, already didn't like Barbie, and just rolled with it. You know, I see that quite a lot. One of my favorite princess stories, Disney princess stories, is Cinderella. Now, not the movie in particular, but the story and message behind it. Much like people put this one-dimensional story on Barbie dolls, people put this one-dimensional theme on Cinderella. Whenever anybody tries to discount Cinderella, what do they all say? Cinderella did nothing. All she did was sit around and wait for the prince to save her life. And I'm wondering, did we watch the same movie? Were we paying attention to the same film? Cinderella was abused by her family for years, treated practically like a slave by her own family for years. All she wanted was one night out in the town. And she finally got that. She wasn't looking for a man. She wasn't looking for a husband, let alone a prince. The prince came to her. She left him. And he went on a whole wide village search for her because he saw how wonderful of a person she was, and he wanted her. Cinderella didn't get to where she was because she was looking for an out. She kept her positivity and joy no matter how fucked over she was mentally and physically. And somebody else saw that beautifulness in her and decided to marry her. And you see that a lot. It's not even just Cinderella, but Cinderella is definitely the most shitted on Disney princess ever. And I'm just all like, when I hear people talking about it, I'm just like, did we watch the same film? Or did you just read that, or did you just see that in a TikTok? Did you just read that in a fucking Twitter article? Because we clearly did not watch the same film. One thing that I thought, a decision that I thought was lovely about the film was how they didn't make Barbie and Ken fall in love. Now, I am so used to other parts of media. Oh my God. I should probably get this ran out in this video because I'm going to have the other people watch that other video and I don't feel like dealing with them. So I'll just say it here. Girl, listen. Romances in modern media is so not just modern media, because don't even think it's a modern thing. Listen, oh my God, don't even get me started. I've been watching some films from like the 80s. Holy shit. I swear, the only criteria for romances in film or any sort of media is just for a woman and a man to be present and then they fall in love. I was literally watching this one film. I won't say what it was, as it's a spoiler. But I swear to God, this woman fell in. She was the protagonist, by the way. She fell in love with this guy, with the main love interest of this film, because she found out that he didn't sexually assault her in her sleep. Do not rewind the video. You heard me correctly. You heard me correctly. There's no need to rewind, no need to pause. You heard exactly what I said, and I said it correctly. Listen, I'm so used to romances in media just being the shit end of just the shittiest shit ever that I didn't even really think about it. I was like, oh yeah, Ken and Barbie are gonna end up together, but they didn't, and that was a lovely decision because it played into Ken finally realizing that his purpose doesn't need to be with another person. Ken can be Ken by himself, and Barbie can be Barbie by herself too. They don't need to be accessories to each other. They can coexist. Oh, and just to talk about a really good film, a really good romance film that I watched the other day. It's not the film that I was just talking about, but it's this Korean film. It's called Past Lives. It's a Korean film. I believe it came out in 2023 or 2022. It's a Korean film. You'll know what film I'm talking about. And by the way, yes, it is in full Korean, so you will have to read subtitles. And it's a slower movie. It's a slower, way more realistic, not like melodrama or anything like that. So if that's something that you're interested in, romance, realistic, slower, I highly recommend it. It's an absolutely superb film. You know, usually when I come onto YouTube, I only reveal things. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, God. I don't want to talk about this, but this is... So as a person who's trans, right? By the way, for anybody wondering, I'm trans. I'm not a woman. Okay? I know that might be too difficult to understand for some people, but I just have to point that out there. Yeah, I just feel the need. As a person who's trans, no, I'm not a woman. It's I think about my childhood a lot and how it reflects somewhat the little girl in that film, and I'm kind of headcanoning here, as it was never said in the film, and I doubt it's even true, but it's like so much of my childhood, or especially around that age. I think the person said she was like 13 or something in the film. It was like so much of my being was dictated around how other people saw me, and being who I am, this deep voice, this masculine shell that I'm in of a body. It comes with, I don't want to say pressure, but it comes with this certain attitude of the way that you're supposed to act, the things that you're supposed to like, the things you're allowed to partake in, the things you're not supposed to partake in, things you're supposed to love, things you're supposed to hate. And I just think so much about my childhood and how many things I wish I could have partook in, and how many things I pushed away, not because I hated it, but because everybody else told me to hate it, because I was supposed to hate it. And I never like seeing people like how I used to be, because honestly, it is very easy for me to spot somebody like that, and it sucks. It sucks that we can live, that we can live in a world where one of our most popular pieces of media showcased is be yourself, when in reality it's be yourself until you're a person that I don't like. And if that's the case, your life doesn't matter. I'm so used to fitting my own life into characters on a screen and knowing that every time they say, just be yourself, it's okay. I know it's never for me. I've even had stories that talk about being yourself, and even in the story they trash talk people like me, and that's always lovely. But this was possibly one of the first times where there's been a story like this, and I felt seen. Even though it wasn't for me, even though it wasn't for me, I'm not the main demographic. I still felt heard, and that was really lovely, you know? So yeah, that's my review of Barbie. I was going to say a lot about some other things, but that was when I was in a more jokey mood, and this video turned serious. So I'm just going to end it there. It's been Justice. See you lot later. Peace.